I'm Tony Dean, Vice President of Sportdrumming.
And I'm Tyler Dean. Wait, you said Vice President.
Damn it.
Here we go.
Well, I've been demoted. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Tony Dean, President of Sportdrumming.
And I'm Tyler Dean, Vice President of Sportdrumming.
And we're welcoming you to the Sportdrum TV Podcast. This is our very first ever podcast, so things are a little bit cluttered in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of like a drum shed in here. Just everywhere you see is drums. But, you guys shouldn't mind that, I hope. But it's very first podcast ever, so we want to get into some juicy things. We're going to be hosting a Buddy Rich tribute contest, so we've been having a lot of Buddy Rich content on our channel, and we wanted to ask the question, is Buddy Rich the greatest drummer of all time? And I'll give it to you, Tyler. I'll give a tough question to you, so what do you think?
I mean, there's a lot of schools of thought on this. Like, so many people have their own opinions, and then, as we all know, like, you just go in the comments, and anybody and everybody can just rant their opinions. But, I mean, he's a very talented and very great drummer. No doubt about that. I mean, many people believe that there is no such thing as the greatest drummer of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if I'm one of those people. I could be convinced that Buddy Rich is the greatest of all time.
I feel like some days it's like, yeah, he's the GOAT, and then some days it's just like, there's not a GOAT. You know, it really depends on the day sometimes, but
yeah.
I mean, and it really depends on what your GOAT is, because if your GOAT is just based off of, like, influence, you know, Gene Krupa, and who's more influential than Gene Krupa or Ringo Starr?
Yeah.
When it comes to,
I mean, to my knowledge, Gene Krupa pioneered the drum set as we know it today, so that's a pretty huge endeavor.
Pioneered the lug system, so...
Yeah.
And then Ringo Starr with the Beatles, I mean, we don't even need to get into that. And then John Bonham with Led Zeppelin, I mean, there's just so many. Influential drummers that, like, just influence Trump technical ability. I mean, like, it's such a wide concept. But, I mean, I feel like if someone... you know, like, gun a point to my head, said you had to have one drummer to do, you know, this lick to save your life, and I'm probably choosing Buddy Rich.
Yeah.
And I think most people would probably agree he's the most technically good jazz drummer of all time. So
yeah,
if there is a GOAT, I think he's probably my GOAT, at least. I mean, there's a lot of great drummers out there in all kinds of different genres and different eras, and it's hard to compare genres to genres and eras to eras. There's different, even just different technology, but like with modern technology, having Pro Tools, all these things, like drumming is becoming so much more quantized and concise and edited, and it's less raw, and how people perceive drumming is honestly a bit more artificial and how it's kind of thought. And then also just like going like even before that, like the innovations with double bass drumming and the pedals and how they've changed throughout the last 20 years is a huge factor on just some of the drummers' technical ability today, that like some of the drummers from like the earlier than 1900s didn't really get to have the ability to showcase their skills on. So so you think it's kind of like where I'm at, where it's like kind of depends on the day, like if you good or not.
Again, like what you said, I mean, if I was forced to, you know, to choose somebody, I probably would choose Buddy Rich too. He has like so many accomplishments he's made, and you know, a lot of skill and such. But I mean, there's other great drummers too. But I mean, there's a reason why he's as well known as he is, and of course, you know, we could always talk about the Buddy Rich tapes, but not supposed to talk about that. But you know, Buddy Rich, if you know, you know. But
if you know, you know. But I mean, it really just adds to his legacy and his mystique. I mean, like, he's such a mythical figure, even just outside of drums. Like the stuff he did on the Johnny Carson show, he really just a great entertainer. Like, he kind of reminds me of Muhammad Ali, just having an amazing personality, on and off, a bit divisive at times. I guess Buddy Rich is a little bit more controversial than Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali wasn't doing bus tapes, but and you guys kind of get the point there. Like, they have just the showmanship and the, you know, they're just such great and talented individuals. You know, it's kind of an odd comparison, but I kind of see a lot of familiarities with that. Like, just like how they approach showmanship and just how they had that funny, like, fake humble. Greatest of all time. It kind of just, it's kind of funny, and But I mean, we're gonna be hosting Sportdrum. We're gonna be hosting a Buddy Rich tribute contest.
Yeah.
So hopefully the next few weeks we'll be getting that out to you guys. I'm gonna be performing in that, so you guys can give me all the heat. We're gonna be having Ryan Dong, an amazing jazz drummer. We're gonna be having Tony Arco, another amazing jazz drummer from Italy. So it should be a really, really great contest, and you guys should definitely want to tune in for that if you're interested in Buddy Rich. And I think there hasn't been a lot of content past really just this year. I haven't seen too many Buddy Rich things lately, so I think it'd be quite fun to just show off something a little bit unique, something a little bit different. Most people aren't really doing contests, especially for great drummers of the past. I think it's a really fun thing that we're doing over here. Hopefully we can keep it up with all the other great drummers in the past, you know.
Yeah.
Like, what drummer talent would you want to see potentially for a tribute contest after Buddy Rich?
I mean, that's hard because there's a lot of great drummers, but are you talking about someone who's like no longer alive with us?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, someone from the past.
I mean, Art Blakely could be a good one.
Art Blakey would for sure be. That's a really good one, yeah. I mean, his crossovers and just like the Afro-Cuban influence, all that kind of thing, it's just very, very innovative. It's going to be very difficult for our players to mimic that, but I'm sure they can give one hell of an attempt. I would love to see that. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I think Keith Moon would be a fun one to see.
Oh, yeah.
For the rock side, the shimmer shit. Maybe people would be throwing sticks 5 feet in the air. Hopefully we're not crashing hotels or anything.
Oh, yeah. Showing up in Batman costumes or something. That's pretty insane.
Yeah, like that's you know, the Rolling Stones even they couldn't fathom that one. You know.
Yeah.
But that's saying a lot too, but
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we could go on and on and on about Buddy Rich for sure, but we could probably talk about some other things too before we wrap up this kind of short podcast here, because this is our very first podcast. Like we didn't want to go on and on and on. We kind of wanted to get some feedback from people in the league and outside the league. But something interesting is the Flameology Rudiment Contest. Like that's going to be pretty fun coming up. We're going to be having that coming up hopefully the next month or so. Like Emmanuel Avalabi is going to be there. Sazon Griffin's going to be there. Just really, really great drummers are going to be there. So showing off somehow the excitement of certain rudiments and the ornamentation you can apply with them within certain licks and chops. And it's going to be really fun to see how drummers can take something like paradiddles and more basic patterns and kind of form really interesting contest compositions out of them. So I'm very excited for that.
Yeah.
And I'll be competing on that as well. So you guys can give me the heat for that one too, you know. Taking it all in, you know, so. But yeah, I mean, that's going to be fun for sure. And I'm also going to be having Sportdrum 3 coming up, which we still don't have 2 competitors officially lined up for that, but
if you're a drummer and you're watching this, hey, just let us know, contact us, you know, we'd be happy to have you.
You can go to our YouTube, sportdrumming.com, you can see all of our stuff there. So. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be really, really exciting, and like we have a lot of new ideas for our next main event. A lot of things that we kind of don't want to spoil. We're still working on behind the scenes.
Yep, you can check our website, but we refined some of our rules compared to last season and made some improvements. So you can check some of that out, and I think that's going to make for better battles. So we're excited to go into the next battle, and we hope to see you there.
Yeah, for sure. Like legendary drummer Lawrence either for Riaz, who competed at Sportdrum 2, he provided a lot of great feedback on actually lowering the stick tricks point for the stick tricks, and we did that, and also Irving Osuna from Drum Basics 101 also had that feedback, so it was a very common feedback, and it, you know.
Yeah, we're very open to other drummers and people's feedback. This is still a growing new movement, and we're just, you know, looking any way to improve it. We appreciate that, so.
For sure, because I mean, it takes so many minds. I mean, we're in like a global league, and it takes so many different minds and different genres to kind of scope what the image of the league's gonna look like, and the rules and the community. Like it's really an amazing thing that's all these different countries come together and different minds and music just come together with different ideas. I think it's really making the league better.
It really does. It really does.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And then we still don't know about the Sportdrum Cup. That's going to be very, very exciting. Going to get to see Alex Powys defend his championship, which is he's planning to do around June, he believed. But will probably be somewhere around June to August, but somewhere in the summer it's going to be really, really exciting. We even want to come up with custom soundtracks. So Sportdrum made by our band Cold Copper that we're actually in, me and my brother, Cold Copper. So that's going to be really, really fun. And I'm just really excited to see how Alex will compete, having prior Sportdrum experience, and he could be the very first champion to defend his title. And I'm really excited to see how he's progressed from Sportdrum 1, like what he might have learned, how he'll adapt to the new scoring system, because that's going to be a different thing. It's longer, it's a bit more long-winded, but you have more options, especially in those earlier rounds, for what you choose to play, because usually, at least when I played in Sportdrum 2, you kind of have to, like certain types of drumming, like stuff like chops, is usually very short attention span capture, meaning that like you can score a lot more points faster than you can in groove. Like in groove, often takes a bit of repetition to really get your groove points in. But for chops, people usually come in flaring in the chops. Like Alan Gardner did this, Alex did this, I did this, Narciso, not quite, but he came towards the end with some of the best chops we've seen in the league. So like really like having that longer time frame in the rounds for these new rules are going to be really, really fun and exciting to see how drummers can incorporate longer composition with more dynamics. For sure, so I'm definitely excited to see that. I know we're on a little bit of a tangent there.
Yeah.
Put the nerd emoji in the edit, you know. But yeah, I mean, what upcoming things are you most excited for in the league?
I mean, I'm just looking forward to our next big battle, you know, Sportdrum 3, because, like, as soon as we can get, you know, 2 great drummers for that, I'm really looking forward to how that's going to go, and just overall, just like how much more improvements we can make over the previous battles we did in the past, which were still very good, but a little bit elementary compared to what we might have in store for the future. So.
For sure, I'm very excited for Sportdrum 3.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun things planned. It's going to be really, really, it's going to be a hoot for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully that will set up for the Sportdrum Cup to make the Sportdrum Cup even better. Keep making every event as best as it can possibly be, and better than the next. So I'm very excited for that. And we also put in the potential to have a halftime show at the Sportdrum Cup. So we don't really know exactly how that's going to plan out. We don't want to waste any details that could not be capitalized on and executed. So we don't want to waste too many details on that. But we definitely want to have some kind of halftime show. That's going to be really, really fun. Just getting even more music involved within the event. That's going to be very, very fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we have a lot of fun events coming up. We're going to have the Buddy Rich Tribute Contest coming up. You know, and who wouldn't want to see some drummers mimic Buddy Rich? I mean,
come on.
I mean, one of the greatest of all time. I mean, to even doubt that's going to be a great event is insane. So you guys definitely got to check that out. That's going to be coming in the next week or so.
Yep, we're going to have that out very soon as we can.
And then we're going to be having the Flameology Rudiment Contest. That's going to be really, really exciting to see drummers bring in different ornamentation and dynamics and phrasing to some of these more basic rudiments and just bringing them to life. And of course, Sportdrum 3 coming out, which is going to be very, very exciting. Hopefully we can have more tribute contests. And I can't wait for the Sportdrum Cup. That's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
So hope you guys enjoyed this podcast episode. You know, I know it's a little bit cluttered in here, a bit of a small table, but we're trying our best. Make sure to have any feedback you guys have. Make sure to leave down in the comments. We're open to everything.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you never want to see this again, just let us know. We won't do it again if you guys don't want to see it.
That's gonna clip farm and a bunch of people. This podcast sucks. You know? Get these bums out of here. Who are these guys? But yeah.
On the flip side, if you would like to see more of this, let us know. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Let us know. You know, we definitely want to talk about sport drum related things like our scoring systems. We definitely want to get more into that because that's
We understand that it's a little bit of an odd thing to like wrap your head around. So we're happy to explain it to anybody who will listen. And
that'd be a fun one to do. We also just talking more about Buddy Rich. I mean, that's going to be great. To talk about all these great drummers, Art Blakey, like you were talking about, all these great jazz drummers. It'd be fun to do episodes on just even things that are non-sport drum related, but still related to drumming and music. You know, the Sportdrum TV Podcast, it's a media platform. We're all about going a little bit outside of that competitive branch, talk about other forms of music that we absolutely love to talk about, and bring attention to something that people haven't been talking about, like Gaylord Birch with the drummer that we've kind of been highlighting just because we love his talent on the channel. So we're definitely open in our Sportdrum TV programs to kind of talk about things outside of like the normal content streaming. So yeah, not to ramble too much. That's supposed to be a bit of an outro, but you know, hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to comment down below what you want to see next. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.